Plumeria.
What is it?
This is a Plumeria from Hawaii.
Wow.
She got them at Disney, but it's starting a bouquet on that tiny little bitty plant.
That's cool.
These are living. All three of the ones she gave me are living. This one broke, and so it's in 2 pieces, but it's living.
That's cool.
The top broke off. Carrot.
You got big carrots in there.
Are
you gonna pull? Are you gonna pull it out?
We should pull it right now, don't you think?
You got some mints. Oh, nice.
Right. Oops, where are they at? Right there.
Got some good strawberries.
Yeah, they're some good size. This is basil bolting.
Oh wow.
Why is it bolting? The others aren't.
Is that basil?
I think so. No, spinach. It says spinach. It says spinach. Okay.
Oh, I like your little plant marker. That's a cool one.
I got a new box of some really good ones. I did get some new.
There you go. There's a good idea.
I have other veggies coming off too, though. These are supposed to be bush beans, and I've had to pick a few out because they've broken. But yeah, see, like this leaning over.
Yeah.
And just breaks. I've had.
What variety is it?
Do you know? It was Dollar Tree for $4 for $1.
So obviously I'm not home. I'm at my mom's house. This is my mom. If you've not seen her on a video.
Hello,
Mom. I'm here in Arkansas. You guys are going to see these videos a little out of order because I've got some other videos I shot at home before I left that'll come up after this. But I'm bumping this one to the top because I wanted to let you locals here in Central Arkansas know you can come meet my mom this weekend. Now, I'm going to Nashville, but my mom is doing a garage sale booth at her church's garage sale. She's selling plants.
Yeah.
I have a few varieties that said bush, but they actually run.
Not bush. Peppers.
Wow, look at all of this.
Look at this. Already doing. Oh, these are the ones I had in the greenhouse. You can tell that's an old plant. It's on its 3rd or 4th year.
Oh wow, yeah. So at the end of every year, you cut your peppers back and just go take it into your little greenhouse space.
And then they come out and they're good to go. I mean, they're the first producers usually.
That's really smart.
And
look at that. You got some.
Oh, this was full of big blueberries yesterday morning, and Fred and I went to get birdseed because I was out in Suet. And when I came home, all my blueberries.
The bird said you didn't get it soon enough.
No, I didn't. And now all it is these little bitty tinies. And I mean, it was full of good size, big, beautiful blueberries.
Stinks. That's a beautiful plant.
And it's gotten years old now. It was just a babe tiny when I got it. Volunteers.
Oh gosh, look at that.
Yeah, volunteers.
Here's some tomatoes just randomly growing here in the
wall. I have one that was in between a whole lot of rock, and I had to move the rock to dig it out. It's big and got blooms on it. Somewhere here it's got a tag that says volunteer on it.
How many tomato plants do you have? You have a lot of tomato plants.
I don't know how many.
Are these old? These are older peppers too?
Yes, you can tell by the...
So these are peppers that overwintered. Peppers are perennial in places that are warm enough.
I put them up every year.
So if you put them in...
This is an older one. You can tell the babies.
Yeah, well, they're big. The big ones, obviously. That we haven't had enough time.
And they're already, they're already putting off.
That's awesome. Tomato plants everywhere.
Yes. You see which one is darn, I wrote on
Your
it.
knife, that's a smart idea. This is fun.
Oh, but I found these.
Beefy Tom.
Popsicle, actual size.
You found these?
300 for $3.50 at Walmart.
Oh, at Walmart.
Super
Jumbo
Walmart.
craft sticks. So for markers, they're bigger than the regular size. That's cool.
If you use the permanent marker, it does soak it up. I had some that I can read a long time later. These were accidental, and I just stuck them in to see if they were volunteers. I don't know here, because it's the one that has blooms all on it.
A tomato?
Yeah, and here's more peppers from a last year's plant.
Yeah.
Anaheim.
So I mean, what's the last time y'all froze here? Not too long ago. I mean, it's right now. It's the last day of May, and the last frost here in Arkansas is usually like mid to late April. Is that about right?
Later than that.
Yeah, and it was later this year. So for it to be roughly like 5 weeks after the last frost and have massive pepper plants that have peppers on them
because they're old.
Because she overwintered them in the greenhouse, and you can do it in your house too. Like I mean, just you have to keep them from freezing is really the main thing.
Exactly.
But you cut them back.
They look like they're dead through the winter.
Yeah.
They look like they're dead, but when you bring them out, give them a little fertilizer, and they just poof. They're ready to go.
My mom, you know, Mom, you've had this oxalis for like a jillion years. I know not maybe this
It wasn't
one.
there and I dug it out is why it's looking like that.
Well, I bought some corms of that or bulbs like on Etsy and I put it in. I just put it in the garden. Apparently it's a noxious weed in some places. It freezes where I am, but it's everywhere now and I love it.
It comes, used to have lots of, and I've given so many away. And that's all I have now. Dug it out there. I'm going to divide it.
Yeah, this is oxalis, and it's this type of, I guess, clover. And she had this, I mean, in a big pot in the house when I was younger, and I just always thought it was so whimsical. I loved it.
Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Ready? Yay!
What is this?
Oh, it's not even real. It's just for cuteness.
I was like, Mom, you're ready. But then I picked it up.
It overwintered out here. And you can see the moisture in it. But no, it's just to be cute.
It is cute.
Because I do bring my salt shaker out to the garden.
Me too.
And I have coming off.
Oh, look at that.
Eggplants. Look at that, baby.
Amazing.
We won't turn around, but.
What, millionaire, is that what it says? I can't read it.
Yep, millionaire eggplant.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And
aren't eggplant flowers just
they're so pretty. Yep, they're so pretty. Sweet tender.
Yeah.
And there's buds on this one from the older one.
That's an overwintered pepper, sweet pepper.
Oh, I started this apple seed from tree.
Apple.
I better edit that one. Started this apple tree from seed. Here's a wilting little flower leaf.
Your plants all look so good. Like you pick off all your not great leaves.
Well, I heard from a young lady I watch on YouTube that it puts off a pheromone for the dying leaves. So
yeah, it is good to pull off the dead leaves. Yeah. Oh, look at all your irises.
Oh, and I want to send you some, and I have this one ready to go with you.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty ones. That leaf's not looking good either.
Well, you know, sometimes I say to do things, but I'm better at telling other people to do them than I am at doing them. Your garden plants look a whole lot better than mine do. I'll just tell you that.
This is probably 3 or 4 years old. I don't remember.
Another overwintered pepper.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, like right now they don't have a ton of foliage, but they will fill out. Because I remember last year by the end of the season, yeah, your pepper plants were really big and bushy.
Oh, they'll fill out. They sure will. And grow bigger.
What is this? Is this
potato, sweet potato?
Okay.
Sweet potato, and I've got russet and yellow, and they look like they need to be pulled, but I pulled a bucket and
they weren't ready.
They're not ready, even though they look like they're ready.
Right. I mean, you could still eat them, but you could get more if you wait longer.
Yeah, these are.
Somebody was telling me, so like, I know you got your little dinky carrot, but somebody was telling me you can dry the top and add it to like soups and stuff for flavor.
Cool.
Because I mean, it's a relative of parsley.
Yeah, very good idea. And since I don't have a dehydrator, I can put it in my oven on low and open the door just a little.
Taste that. It tastes kind of like a carrot. It tastes like carrot parsley.
It does.
I mean, it's kind of chewy and weird, but it's got some flavor. Dried up in soups, it would probably be pretty good. Somebody was saying that. I'm not really. I know that people do like pestos with carrot tops, but.
Eat a baby.
Oh yeah, the first little squash.
Little patty bit. I planted this too thick and full. That's an eggplant, the long slender. It does have one on it.
And then those are eggplants.
And I put the seed in after the fact, so, and I probably should pick them up. And I planted all this too thick. But last year I had cucumbers here, and squirrels come along this fence line, and they would leap over onto here. And as soon as the cucumber got about 1.5 inches long, he ate it every time. I did not get one cucumber. So I put some peppers in front, and I thought
You're like, eat that squirrle.
Distract him from my cucumbers. And I think these are cucumbers, and that might be a bean.
Yeah, that looks like a bean.
Yeah. But I did put way too much in, and I didn't know this little carrot was down from seed, but it's coming up, and hopefully it'll be okay. It just won't grow as big, I guess.
Yeah. This is, what is this, some sort of beefsteak tomato? It's got potato leaf.
Yes. I wish I'd known. I pulled so many, the tomatillo.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got little ones on it.
Nice.
But last year, all of mine had holes in it, and then the volunteers have holes in it too. Why? Is it?
It's just pests.
But it came up like this. I mean, came up with holes in it.
I don't
but
know.
last year they got that too.
Did we discuss this before?
That is tiger lily, and I was just trying to kill everything in there. And I put burnt charcoal in it.
It's cute.
It wanted to lean over, so yeah, that's just holding it up.
Do you want to show people what you're gonna sell?
Oh goodness, well,
You could just tell them.
Yes, I'm dividing up these dark green alocasia. The dark green are for shade, which here in Sherwood we get a lot of shade. The light green like the sun, and they get tall.
I didn't know that. The dark green like the shade,
Yes.
the light green like the sun.
Absolutely. And this is a little taller one. They are not, they look like elephant ears, and people call them that. The difference is the heart is upside down and the point goes upward on an alocasia, where an elephant ear is going to be your heart. It goes down like that.
Okay.
Heart upward and the point down.
Hey, is this the crooked man that we got together?
Yes, it is. And we should divide it while you're here and send some home, because there's more coming up and separated.
Yeah, I've got one that you broke one up for me once, and I have some of it at home.
Cool. I have a few monsteras. I'm going to divide some of the little monsteras.
So what are they? I think people call these what, Swiss cheese small form monsteras, something like that. I don't know.
Some people just call them philodendrons.
Yeah.
And these two.
This is called Lickety Split. Is actually the name of this.
It is?
I have
Cool.
this.
Well,
I have
look at
one
this
that was a baby. Yeah.
And it is a big lickety split. I need to divide it because there's so many stalks
Oh
in
wow!
there.
Look at that.
A lot of stalks, but that's
How long have you had? What's the plant you've had the longest? That's what I want to ask, because you have some like long-term relationships in plants.
Probably the longest is the peace lily I sent my mom in 1998 in the hospital. No, yes. I have one that I got when I was pregnant with Jewel, so it's 30 years old.
Yeah.
And I've divided and given out. This one is not the longest. The mother plant of this is good to know. This is alocasia, and the root gets so big.
Now look at that.
And it curves. But
Look at that.
and it gets obnoxious. If you had it in the ground, you could probably deal with it. But when I cut this off, and I did the last one, and it's kind of wrinkling here, so I'll cut off here. Plus I have a new plant coming off here and coming off here. But when I put this in the ground, I will do dirt halfway up, not all the way.
So you'll cut this thing off.
And I'm gonna,
Like right here above where there's
where it's
news?
wrinkling right here
Okay,
is
where
where
it's
I'm going to,
wrinkling.
and I'm going to leave that.
And so you cut this off, and you put it halfway in the dirt.
Yes, halfway, and each nodule, like this is coming out, each nodule will produce a new alocasia all the way across. And then as it sits, let it grow, get them established, roots will come out the bottom, and you take your shovel and you just cut where you want to, and you've got all these new alocasias. These are very expensive plants.
Yeah.
So the way you propagate is that, plus they do put off babies, and and all these little babies are coming off because they're saying, help me, I'm starving. I'm crowded, give me new life. So this is my project that's out, and some of these will go
This is nuts. You've got it. She's got this rested on a chair here.
It has to, or it's going to.
I mean, it's super heavy. Yeah, it would just break if you drop that. It's very heavy.
And because they were in the greenhouse all winter, the leaves come off small. But, and this is the biggest one, but I have had leaves off of these when they're out that go from my knees to the top of my head.
Wow.
One leaf. And I mean, to put my hand on it, it's just like barely covering. And they're usually too tall for me to reach. So that one may be bigger, but they get huge. And I absolutely love the alocasia. It's about to be divided.
So these,
the shade
look, you got a
loving.
little bloom.
Oh, sweet. Oh, it's already bloomed.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a peace lily, but that's already dry.
Yeah, they are similar.
And then, I wonder if that seed, I don't really know. I've stuck some in the ground, but I don't know if they really are.
You got some banana plants?
Yes, and these were in the greenhouse, because if they live for 3 years outside, you get bananas. If you put them in the ground and let them die every year, which in Arkansas,
that's what happens, yeah. Mine did that in South Carolina.
Then you'll never get bananas.
Yeah.
But if you put them inside where it's warm, then
You've had bananas grow before multiple times, yeah.
All of these alocasias I have came from the last time I put this in the ground.
Oh, really? Really?
And
So all these are like the babies of that plant? Oh, cool.
And they're going to be sold if possible, as much as I can fit in my van. And I may even
make multiple trips down there.
Yeah.
Really big monstera. Got a new leaf coming. I'm about to open up.
It's got a little damage though on it, but
and then
that's a brand new leaf.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
It's so pretty when they're
such
new.
a beautiful plant.
Yeah.
So Mom was talking about what she's taking to the sale. You're local and you want her to bring any of the big plants, make sure you comment, because she's like, I don't know that I want to load those up if I'm gonna have to load them back home.
Yeah,
Hey, check that out. It's just on the TV. Mom plays our videos for her dogs when she's not home, and she keeps them running when she is.
I know it's nothing scary going on, you know. Hey, we got ladies power here. They don't mind.
Yeah, I did.
Woman power. These women are rock.
I was gonna help, but I was like, how many we at?
15.
All right, that's 14. This is 15. They did that in like 30 seconds. All right, so we went to the Tractor Supply so I could get Mom some soil. I'm gonna help her unload this, and she's going to use this soil to pot up a bunch of stuff. The yard sale at her church is at First Christian Church of Sherwood. It's on Kiehl Avenue. I'll put an address down below, but it's from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday, June 3rd. All right, let me double check that that's the actual date. Yes.
That's good.
Ooh, yep.
Just get my balance on it.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, we got the soil unloaded. All right, well, make sure if you're local, if you want to go check out my mom's plants
Yes.
at the yard sale. And thanks for showing us your garden.
Thanks for coming to see it.
I knew you guys would want to catch up because I know you love seeing my mom, but we bless you guys. Until next time.